Thank you for joining us at noon. I'm Brianna Fernandez. We're following several breaking news stories this morning. In the last hour, we learned that the Douglas County Sheriff's Office released a portion of the deputy-worn body camera footage from the main event shooting in Highlands Ranch that happened last month. The Sheriff's Office says a deputy shot and killed 23-year-old Jalen Sebron outside of the business. Here's a piece of that video.
Hey! Drop the gun! Drop the gun now!
On February 8th, deputies responded to the main event for a shots fired call. Navia Crowley Sanders is accused of shooting another woman in a bathroom inside. When deputies got there, they say they found Sebron outside holding a gun. And as you just heard, the body camera video showed deputies yell for him to drop the weapon. But they say he later turned towards them, and that's when a deputy opened fire, killing him. Coming up at 9 News at 4, we're going to hear more from Sebron's family following his death. And right now, Highway 1 between 287 and Douglas Road in Larimer County is still shut down after a deputy shot a man around 3 this morning. Police say he had taken a police cruiser. He is now in the hospital. Our Northern Colorado reporter Amanda Gilbert visited the scene shortly after it happened.
All morning, the Larimer County Sheriff's Office has been redirecting traffic. You might be able to see that behind me. This is on Colorado Highway 1. It's kind of in the northern Fort Collins area. But take a look at the scene. The Sheriff's Office said there was a traffic stop in Fort Collins. This happened just before 3 this morning. Police asked the female driver to get out of the car. The passenger, who was a man, then hopped into the driver's seat and sped off. Deputies say the driver crashed into a ditch on Terry Lake Road. He reportedly got out of the car with a knife. The Sheriff's Office said he then got into an unoccupied patrol cruiser and was driving around law enforcement when they say that's when a deputy shot him. He was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. At this time, this is all still under investigation. We know Fort Collins police are taking over. Amanda Gilbert, 9 News.
Amanda, thank you so much. This morning turned out to be quite concerning and chaotic for parents and students at Golden High School. Not long after classes started, the school district sent out an alert about an immediate lockdown with a police response. School has been dismissed for the rest of the day, and that's where we find Jeremy Hohola, who is live outside of the high school with what we know about the situation. Hey, Jeremy.
Hi there. The city of Golden said this morning all this began with the report of a student that potentially had a gun. Parents then had to rush back here on campus to pick up their kids as this lockdown initiated with a police response. At this hour, the lockdown has been lifted, but school has been closed for the rest of the day as this investigation continues. School officials initiated this lockdown around 8:15 this morning. One parent tells us his son's teacher immediately shut off the lights in the classroom and then barricaded the doors with desks. As this happened, the school sent out a recorded voice message, text message, and email to parents, alerting them about this lockdown and that everybody was safe. Here's what one father told us in a nearby parking lot.
It's like a reality check. You watch this stuff on national news, but you never think this is going to happen at my local school and this is going to happen to my kid. And so thankfully everyone was safe, but just showing up here, we're hugging our kids, we're hugging other parents, we're checking in on text threads to make sure all kids are okay.
Police have conducted a sweep of the school, and so far we have not heard of any injuries or any arrests connected to this incident. So for now, this afternoon, all is calm here at Golden High School. Live in the city of Golden, Jeremy Hohola, 9 News.
Jeremy, thank you so much for staying on top of it. Right now, we are taking a look over the metro area. There is still several hours to get out and enjoy this beautiful weather that we have going on, because we are going to get some major changes for several parts of Colorado. So joining me now is our Keely Chalmers with our 9 News Weather Impact Team. Keely, when should we bring out those sweaters once again?
Yeah, well, we have certainly a change in the forecast. Temperatures, though, today about 10 degrees above normal. So a beautiful day in front of a storm system that has a lot of moisture associated with it. So we're talking about both rain and snow, and that certainly will impact travel up in the high country starting this evening. Right now we're at 62 at DIA, winds out of the east-northeast 13 miles per hour. The big story will be those winds tomorrow. Colorful Colorado for winter alerts in pink. This is a blizzard warning for 2 to 8 inches of snow, up to 70-mile-per-hour winds. We're talking about Lincoln, Washington, Sedgwick, Phillips counties will be under this blizzard warning for tomorrow. And again, very low visibility out across I-70 and I-76 in red. We have a winter storm warning where we could get 2 to 4 inches up in the mountains, as well as about 5 to 10 inches in and around the Palmer Divide. So again, tracking this storm system, making its way into our area this afternoon. After about 4 o'clock, we'll likely start to see the storm, some rain here in the metro area. We're staying in the 50s all the way through 5 o'clock. But again, after that, we do start to see rain, possibly some thunderstorm activity as well associated with this storm. So again, weather impact alert for tomorrow, really starting overnight tonight as that storms develop tonight. A blizzard east of Denver for tomorrow. Very, very difficult driving conditions. Strong winds tonight through tomorrow. Again, gust up to 70 miles per hour. We're going to look a little bit more into this storm and its tracking coming up in your complete forecast in just a bit.
Keely, thank you so much. And we do have some brand new information that just came into our newsroom. Pope Francis is now back on a ventilator after suffering 2 more breathing crises this morning. The Vatican says the episodes were due to a significant accumulation of mucus in his lung and bronchospasms. The 88-year-old is still alert and oriented, with his prognosis is guarded. He has been in the hospital for treatment of double pneumonia since Valentine's Day and had to miss leading a 3rd Sunday service. Now tonight, the Jefferson County community is encouraged to voice their opinions on the possible closure of Jefferson Junior Senior High School in Edgewater. The district says it needs to address declining enrollment. Officials suggest closing the school at the end of the school year, then reopen for the 2026-2027 school year as either a part-time trade type school or a full-time career-focused school. The transition would take a year, so in that year, 6th to 8th grade students would go to Everett Middle School, while high schoolers would go to Wheat Ridge High School. That meeting will be held at 6:30 tonight at the school. There's going to be 2 others before any decision making begins. One's going to happen on March 31st. The other one's happening April 30th. And we're still waiting for official word that the U.S. Department of Education will be abolished. But here's what we know so far. Employees have been given until midnight tonight to decide if they will retire or quit and get $25,000. That information comes from an email sent to the agency's HR office. The email also said the offer is in advance of a, quote, very significant reduction in force. The resignations would take effect at the end of the month.